Tonight, everything comes down to a single clue. In the world of quiz competitions, few phrases carry more weight than Final Jeopardy. The lights feel brighter. The room grows quieter. And even the strongest players feel that shift in the air. On the stage of Jeopardy, this is where champions are made or stopped just short of victory. The host reads the category again. Coins of the world. It sounds simple at first, almost harmless. Coins are everywhere. They pass through our hands without much thought. But when history, geography, and symbolism meet on a single piece of metal, things can become far more complicated. The clue is revealed. 30 seconds begin. Pens move quickly. You can almost feel the tension through the screen. 3 contestants. 3 very different positions on the scoreboard. 3 separate strategies unfolding in silence. And in moments like this, it's not just about knowledge. It's about risk. Let's begin with Drew Basile. At $3,600, Drew is in third place. For him, there's only one real option: go bold. In Final Jeopardy, a smaller total can be strangely freeing. There's nothing to protect, but everything to gain. Drew writes down his response: Gibraltar, a small territory with enormous symbolism. Known for the rock, its strategic location, and the famous Barbary apes that roam its heights. Was he right? Yes, Gibraltar is correct. A flicker of relief crosses his face. Not celebration, not yet. In this round, the response is only half the battle. Now comes the wager. How much did you risk? The host asks. Everything. He pushed all $3,600 into the center. It's the kind of move you have to respect. No hesitation. No safety net. That doubles him to $7,200. For Drew, it's a powerful finish, but will it be enough? Next up, Farrell. Karen came storming back earlier, fighting her way into second place with $8,200 before Final Jeopardy. Momentum matters in this game, and Karen had it. Her response appears on the screen. Gibraltar. Correct again. 2 contestants. Same answer. Both saw the connection, the Barbary apes, the lighthouse, the coin imagery tying it all together. Now, the real suspense begins. What did she wager? In second place, the classic strategy is to bet enough so that if the person in first misses, you can pass them. Karen didn't hold back. She wagered big. Very big. Her total doubles to $16,400. Suddenly, the game tightens. The energy shifts again, because now everything rests on one final reveal. Matt Amodio stands at $18,800. A strong lead. Not unreachable, but strong. All eyes turn to him. His response is revealed. Kenya, not Gibraltar. A different direction entirely, and in that instant, the studio changes. The audience senses it. The contestants sense it. He missed. But here's the twist. It probably won't matter. Because in Final Jeopardy, knowledge is only one half of the equation. Wagering is the other. What did you wager, Matt? Nothing. A perfect strategic hold. He risked 0, which means his total remains $18,800. And just like that, Matt Amodio advances to the semifinals. No fireworks. No dramatic swing at the last second. Just calm, measured confidence. That's championship composure. It's a masterclass in game theory, showing that sometimes the smartest move is not to move at all. What do you think of Matt's strategy? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the greatest moments in game show history. Thanks for watching. You're watching the final moments of the Jeopardy Invitational tournament, and everything comes down to this one clue. But to truly understand why this moment is so powerful, you have to appreciate who Matt Amodio is. Matt isn't just another contestant. He built his reputation on steady precision, smart wagering, and knowing exactly when to attack and when to protect. And in this critical moment, he didn't need to chase the correct answer. He only needed to avoid disaster. And he did exactly that. It's a brilliant reminder that Final Jeopardy isn't just a trivia question. It's a chess move. Now let's look at Drew Basile. His all-in wager shows a completely different kind of courage. Sitting at just $3,600, Drew understood the math perfectly. His only path forward was to double up and hope for a stumble from the players above him. And he delivered his part flawlessly. Drew proved he could identify the right territory, the right symbolism, and the right coin. But sometimes even excellence isn't enough. Because this is Jeopardy, and Jeopardy rewards both intellect and calculation. Meanwhile, Corinne Farrell's moment is just as compelling. Corinne saw her opportunity. Second place is often the most stressful position in Final Jeopardy. You have to anticipate what first place will do. Assume they'll protect their lead and cover the possibility of a miss. So Corinne wagered like a competitor who truly believed. She doubled her score to $16,400. For a brief, heart-stopping second, if Matt had wagered aggressively and missed, she would have claimed the victory. But Matt didn't give her that opening. And that's where this story becomes absolutely fascinating. The category, Coins of the World, sounds like it's about geography, but it's not. It's really about history. Coins carry national identity, they carry symbols, and they carry pride. And sometimes they carry clues hiding in plain sight. Take Gibraltar, for example. Its coin imagery famously includes the Barbary macaques, often called Barbary apes. These animals are unique in Europe, living freely on the rock of Gibraltar. Their presence is so tied to the local identity that they appear everywhere, from cultural stories to, yes, currency. And the lighthouse mentioned in the clue? It points toward maritime strength, navigation, and coastal identity. After all, Gibraltar sits at one of the most strategic waterways in the entire world. When contestants see a category like Coins of the World, they have to think symbolically. It's not just about money, it's about meaning. And that's what makes this category so brilliant. It rewards layered thinking. But what happened next would change everything. The host announces the final standings one last time. Drew finishes with a respectable $7,200. Corinne holds strong at $16,400. And Matt Amodio stands at $18,800. The margin is slim, but it's decisive. He has secured his spot in the semifinals. And just like that, another incredible chapter in the Jeopardy Invitational tournament history is written. What a game. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more breakdowns like this one. Let's slow this moment down. Imagine the 30-second countdown, the iconic ticking music filling the studio. The camera gently pans across three faces, each a mask of intense concentration. Drew, Corinne, Matt. No one speaks. In the audience, you could hear a pin drop. People are literally holding their breath. The only sound is the soft scratching of pens on the answer screens. There's something almost cinematic about it, isn't there? Quiz shows are usually loud, full of buzzers and fast-paced questions, but Final Jeopardy is different. It offers silence. It gives us, the viewers, a rare space to imagine what's going on inside their heads. We can almost hear their inner monologues. Drew maybe thought, this is it. This is my one chance. I have to go big or go home. A classic high-risk, high-reward mindset. Then there's Corinne. She might have been thinking, okay, just cover second place. Secure the path forward, play it smart, protect the opportunity. A calculated, strategic approach, and then Matt, the leader. His thought process could have been simple and direct. Do not overthink this. Just protect the lead. Don't make a foolish mistake. Each of these strategies is perfectly valid. Each mindset is completely rational in its own way. And yet, only one of them will lead to victory. That's the unique beauty of a competition that's structured truly around knowledge. It isn't about being the loudest or the fastest. It's about being precise. It's a quiet, intense battle of intellect and nerve. And when you add the invitational tournament format to the mix, the stakes are raised even higher. These aren't just random contestants hoping for a lucky break. No, these are proven champions, invited back to the ultimate stage to prove themselves all over again. There's so much more on the line than just money. There's pride. There's reputation. There's legacy. And while the audience at home just sees the dollar amounts on the screen, what the contestants feel is a pressure measured in heartbeats, in the sweat on their palms. But if you look closer, there's a deeper lesson here, one that goes beyond the game itself. Final Jeopardy often teaches us something profound about restraint. In so many other forms of competition, boldness is the key to winning. You have to be aggressive, you have to take the big shot. But in Jeopardy, timing and calculation often win the day. Let's look at Matt's wager of 0. On the surface, it might seem overly conservative, almost timid, but it's actually an incredibly bold move in its own right. What that $0 wager says is, I trust my lead. I trust the math. I trust my performance up to this point. It's a statement of supreme confidence. And that's a powerful reminder for all of us in our own lives, far away from the television studio. Not every moment calls for a massive all-or-nothing risk. Sometimes, the most powerful and strategic move is the one that looks the least dramatic. Sometimes, success comes from control, from knowing when to hold back. And it's that incredible contrast between Drew's all-in bet and Matt. $0 wager that creates the perfect narrative tension. You have two completely opposite approaches, both perfectly logical from their own perspectives. But only one contestant advances. It's a masterclass in strategy, psychology, and the quiet drama of a brilliant mind at work. It shows us that sometimes the smartest move is not making a move at all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed deep dives into the strategy and stories behind our favorite games, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you in the next video. Have you ever watched a game show and felt your heart race like you were the one playing? It all starts with a simple word, hope. The category is revealed. Coins of the world. Instantly, you lean in. It feels familiar, right? Not some obscure 18th century literature. You think to yourself, hey, I might actually know this one. That sense of accessibility is the hook, pulling you right into the game alongside the contestants. It's that initial spark of connection, that feeling of I'm in this. Then the mood shifts. The music starts, and we enter the second phase, rising tension. The 30-second writing period feels like an eternity. You see Matt Amodio, the dominant champion, scribbling away. You see the others, knowing this is their one shot to break his streak. The silence in the studio is deafening, filled only by the quiet scratching of pens and the thumping of your own heart. Every second that ticks by, the pressure mounts. It's a silent, intellectual duel, and the suspense is almost unbearable. And then the moment of truth. Shock. The music stops. The answers are revealed, one by one. And there it is. Matt's answer. Kenya. The correct answer. Gibraltar. A gasp ripples through the audience, and probably your living room too. The seemingly unbeatable champion, the one everyone expected to nail it, missed. It's a jaw-dropping moment. Suddenly, the impossible feels possible. The door that was bolted shut has just been kicked ajar. For his competitors, and for everyone watching, it's a surge of adrenaline. This is it. The game is about to be turned on its head. The entire dynamic has shifted in a single, stunning instant. But just as quickly as the shock arrived, it gives way to the final stage. Resolution. We see Matt's incorrect answer. But the game isn't over until we see the wager. The number appears on the screen. 0. He wagered nothing. And in that moment, all the chaotic tension, all the suspense, just dissolves into crystal clear clarity. It's over. The shock turns into awe. He knew the category was a potential weakness, so he protected his lead with a $0 bet. There's no confusion, no controversial tiebreaker, just a clean strategic finish. It's a checkmate. This emotional arc, hope, tension, shock, and resolution is why a show like Jeopardy has captivated audiences for decades. It's more than just a quiz. It's a human drama playing out in real time. But what really keeps us coming back is the promise that it all happens again tomorrow. The Jeopardy Invitational tournament continues, and that single line is packed with excitement. Because every new episode is a clean slate. The board is wiped, and we're presented with new categories, new risks, and entirely new strategic calculations. The players get stronger, the stakes get higher, and we, the viewers, it's a brilliant cycle. It never gets old. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments which Jeopardy moment had you on the edge of your seat. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the games we love. See you next time. There's something so pure, so timeless about a good old-fashioned knowledge competition, isn't there? It's not about who's the strongest or the fastest. There's no physical advantage. It's not about the luck of the draw, other than maybe which category comes up on the board. It's about three things: what you can recall, how you reason through a problem, and how you manage risk. It's a mental marathon, and it's beautiful to watch. Recently, a final round category really brought this home: coins of the world. It's a perfect example of how these small everyday objects we carry around can hold massive stories. Think about it. A coin is just a piece of metal, right? It's stamped, it's circulated, it gets passed from hand to hand. But behind that simple object lies centuries of culture, history, and national identity. When a country like Gibraltar decides to put Barbary ape on its currency, they're not just choosing a random animal. They're making a statement. They're telling the world, this is who we are. This is what's important to our identity. The apes are a symbol of their land, their history, their very being. And when a contestant on a quiz show sees that image and understands the symbolism under the immense pressure of the final question, they're demonstrating something far deeper than just good memory. They're showing a connection. And that connection is everything in the world of trivia. It's the secret sauce, because facts that exist in a vacuum, just isolated bits of that data, they fade away pretty quickly. How many state capitals have you memorized and then forgotten? They become part of a larger web of knowledge in your mind. In this particular game, two of the contestants, Karen and Drew, saw that connection almost instantly. They saw the coin, they saw the ape, and their minds jumped to Gibraltar. They understood the story behind the symbol. But the third contestant, Matt, saw a different path. His mind went in another direction, and his response, while a valiant effort, wasn't the correct one. But here's where the game gets really interesting. Matt didn't get the question right, but he still won. It was also about understanding the game itself, the strategy, the wagering. He had managed his risk perfectly throughout the entire game, and especially in that final moment. His strategic bet carried him through to victory, even without the right answer. And that reveals another powerful truth, not just about quiz shows, but about life. You just have to be prepared. Prepared with knowledge, yes, but also prepared with a strategy, with an understanding of the rules, and with the ability to manage your risks and play to your strengths. It is a fantastic reminder that success is a combination of what you know and how you play the game. It's about connecting the dots, telling the story behind the facts, and having a solid plan. And that's a lesson that is definitely worth remembering. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this little breakdown, be sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time. What an incredible finish. Can you feel the energy in that studio? The applause is just electric as the credits roll. The host gives a heartfelt congratulations to all the contestants, and you can see the mix of emotions on their faces. There's Matt smiling, looking so composed and genuinely appreciative of the moment. Next to him, Drew gives a solid nod. You can tell he's proud of how far he came, and he should be. And Karen, she's standing tall, radiating confidence. She knew she played an aggressive game, left it all on the stage, and has no regrets. You see that look they share? That's pure, unadulterated respect. These are returning champions, every single one of them. They understand the grind. They know what it takes to get to this level. It's not just about buzzing and fast. It's about the relentless preparation that happens long before the cameras start rolling. We're talking about countless hours buried in books, encyclopedias, and archives. It's about years of nurturing a deep-seated curiosity, a genuine desire to learn. It's a lifetime dedicated to absorbing every little piece of information about the world around us. From ancient history and quantum physics to, yes, even the intricate details of its coins. That's the magic of this invitational format. It's a crucible that brings together not just sharp minds, but also incredibly strong personalities. Each contestant has a unique style, a different strategy, and watching them compete is like seeing masters at work in their chosen craft. Every single Final Jeopardy in a tournament like this feels less like a trivia question and more like a high-stakes chess match between prey masters. Each wager, each answer, is a calculated move on a board where the pieces are knowledge and nerve. Sometimes the winning move is a massive, all-in bet that pays off spectacularly, leaving the audience breathless. It's a bold, declarative statement of confidence that defines a champion. But other times, the winning move is quiet. It's subtle. It's a carefully considered wager, a precise calculation of risk versus reward. It's knowing not just what you know, but what your opponents might know, and betting accordingly. It's the kind of move that doesn't scream for attention, but instead whispers of strategy and deep understanding of the game. Tonight, the victory was quiet. It wasn't a showy, dramatic flourish. It was a testament to consistency, to poise under pressure, and to making the right decision when it mattered most. It was a win forged in the silent hours of study and brought to life in a single, quiet moment of brilliance. And while it might not have been the loudest victory, it was absolutely unforgettable. It's a powerful reminder that in the world of champions, sometimes the most profound statements are the ones made with quiet confidence. What a season. What a tournament. These players gave us everything, and it was a privilege to watch. Thanks for joining me on this recap. If you love deep dives into moments like these, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you then.